What's up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with a fun deck for you today, and yeah, we're going back to an old favorite, that being Orzhov Lifegain, which is of course black and white with some Lifegain themes. But with the release of Murders at Karlov Manor, we have got some fun new toys to play with, some of which we have already highlighted in a previous build, our Boros build, which was that's just a crazy build right there. I love that build. But this one's also pretty crazy. In fact, that's why we call it an insane Orzhov Lifegain. And let me explain why it's insane. Let's start off with this. Case of the Uneaten Feast. We've seen this one in the previous video. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Now to solve, if you've gained 5 or more life this turn, then it is solved, in which case we sacrifice this case, and creatures in your graveyard gain. You may cast this from your graveyard until end of turn. Now notice, we don't have to sacrifice this case. We don't have to sacrifice this case right away. We can leave this on the battlefield, and we can keep gaining life, and that is important because we're running Lunarch Veteran, of course. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life, and of course its opposite, which is Luminous Phantom. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life, and of course it gets exiled if it's put into graveyard from anywhere. We're looking at Assemble the Players. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library. And guess what? We're running all creatures with powers 2 or less, but some of them get bigger. Case of the Gateway Express. This is another one from Karlov Manor that I think is pretty cool. When it enters the battlefield, choose target creature you control. Each creature you control deals 1 damage to that creature. To solve, 3 or more creatures attack this turn. We solve it, and creatures you control gain +1/+0. That does somewhat nullify a few things, but you'll see as we go that it does come into play because of the fact that it can just take out creatures. Okay. 2 go for the throats because we gotta destroy things. Amalia Benavides Aguirre with Ward. Pay 3 life. Whenever you gain life, of course, she explores, then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20. Bartolome del Presidio. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Put a +1/+1 counter on Bartolome del Presidio. Elas il Cor, Sadistic Pilgrim. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, this 2/2 Death Toucher, you gain 1 life, and when another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Again, it feeds nicely off of this. Soul Search is a card I threw in there because of the fact that we do want to see what our opponents are playing from time to time. Of course, a target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it, exile that card. If the card's mana value is 1 or less, create a 1/1 white and black spirit token with flying. Now here's where we get into some new cards right here. Delney Straightwise Lookout. It didn't fit in the other deck very well, but it goes perfectly in this one. Creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. If an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Goes great with Preacher of the Schism, and basically all of these life gainers. All these life gainers are just going to get insane with Delney Streetwise Lookout. It's just a really fun card to have in this deck. Preacher of the Schism. Whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks, the player with the most life or tied for most life, create a 1/1 vampire creature token with lifelink. Again, goes very nice with our Amalia. And then whenever Preacher of the Schism attacks while you have the most life or are tied for the most life, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So, an incredibly versatile card to have. Too bad we only have 2 of them. No, we don't have any rares left. We also have 1 Sunfall. Of course, we know what this does. Exiles all creatures because sometimes our opponents get out of control too. And also we have Deadly Cover-Up, which is another rare from the Murders at Karlov Manor as an additional cost to cast the spell, you may collect evidence 6. Basically, you're exiling cards with total mana value 6 or greater from your graveyard. Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. Then search its owner's graveyard, hand, library for any number of cards with that same name and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand in this way. So it's kind of like it's almost like a The End, but with a little bit of a twist to it, because it's a board wipe and it can exile stuff. It's an insanely powerful card. Nice little one-off to finish things off. Some sideboard stuff. We're doing 2 cut downs, another Go for the Throat, 2 more Depopulates, 2 more Sunfalls. 3 cut downs, 3 Family Reunions, 2 Long Goodbyes. This is another one from Karlov Manor. Can't be countered. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. And Rite of Oblivion could come into play. I think with the top 2 here, I don't know, maybe taking out some Soul Search. Who knows where some of those could fit. So this is our insane Orzhov Lifegain build. It definitely got a lot better, I think, with some of the tools that Karlov Manor gave us. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and then we do a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the insane Orzhov Lifegain games. We are against Staticalmon, or Static Lemon, I'm sorry. Wow, put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Oh, this one's a hard one. We are on the draw, so I think we are going to keep this, because we do have some fun stuff that we can do. Are we against a mirror build, or just against Esper? Golgari? Let's do this. Just because we don't have a 3rd land to mess around with. Evolving Wilds, that's gonna die. Who still plays Infernal Grasp? Seriously, there's so much better removal. But yeah, okay. There we go, we'll do that. Into Bartolome. And then what am I playing against here? Esper something? Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Shieldred is no bueno. You die. Caves of Koilos, not the most fun, but it'll do for now. Urza, fun. Okay. Do you have a cut down? Amalia's an interesting one, but I'm gonna go with this. Do you find a 4th land? Interesting. Interesting. Why would you sack your Urza for that? I mean, clearly something. Okay, so watch this. This is gonna get fun, I think. Okay, fun. And we get into all our land. Okay, fine, whatever. Now watch what happens here. We just draw cards. Okay. I'm guessing Sunfall's gonna be the next big thing. Yep. Really? Alright, well. That was fun. Let's try this. Though let's just sack this, because you just add to that. There we go. Don't want to do that. Although Soul Search is an interesting one to look at. Benvalia is good. Yep. What do you got in your hand? Aye. That looks scary, but do they have anything to cast it at the moment? No. That is also scary. I'm gonna go with that. I don't want to feed into anything, so I'm not gonna blow something up. Did you find something? You're gonna ossify it. Okay. Well, that's okay. Gotta sacrifice another creature. Okay, so we can't do that quite yet. Okay, cool. Let's do Delney. Lunarch Veteran. Can only do that once, though, so that kind of stinks, but did you find the answer? Flesh Gorger? Yeah. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. And a classy win with the Lunarch Veteran, which we don't get to pull off. Let's go the best of 3. We're against Plasmatic Panic for our best of 3 matchup. Not with that one, we are not. Same with that. A little bit better, not what I'm looking for, but I think we get rid of that. Get rid of that, and we do this. Midex. Elas Ilkor. Kill it. Just kill it. I dare ya. Not really, but sure. You're gonna kill it. That's fine. That's fine. Restless Fortress. Maybe not. Okay. These are interesting lands, the Surveil stuff. That's kind of a cool twist. I like that. Delney. Gain a life, and I'm gonna get into some fun stuff here. So we're gonna hold back. Shieldred, where are you? Loran of the Third Path. Oh, okay, so it gets to they destroy the assemblable players. That's fine. That's fine. And yeah, Delney, I'm not a huge fan of you, but I'm not about to sack that creature to deal stuff, so I'll do that. Likewise, I'm not gonna do anything. This is a formidable wedding announcement. Now, there's one that we didn't put on this list, and for good reason, because of the fact that creatures get +1/+1 afterwards, so I'm not huge about stuff like that, so okay. That's a fun one. Okay. Do I just go Mirex into something here? This could get fun. What you doing? Okay, we drew a card. Okay. What do they do? Here's some fun stuff. Just keep hitting land, don't we? They found a land drop. Deep Cavern Bat. Guess what? You're gonna hit nothing! And you're gonna like it. You hit nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Reminded of the ever-present, not ever-present, omnipresent movie from the 1980s, Johnny Dangerously. You lousy cork soakers. You violated my fargan rights. Let's try this. Oh, you've got the enchantment thing with Lauren. Got it. Okay. You don't realize it, Plasmatic Panic. Okay, maybe you do. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. Keep hitting land. All of it! Come on, really? I mean, these are gonna get big. Yeah, okay. You're gonna need to block all of those, but sure, okay, whatever. You're gonna keep swinging and missing! Alright, whatever. It works. It works. Fine. Cool, now you can swing in. And now they're gonna get big. Need a minute. You serious dog. I think at this point we just have to gain some life. Hopefully we hit something. Alright, well, I don't think it's going to do us much. That's a huge board they've got built up. So we're just going to go to the next match. I think actually here we take out the Soul Search. And let's throw in some mass removal because they're running Wedding Announcement. And if their board gets too big, we've got to find an answer to it. So I think throwing another depopulate in there. We've got 4 board sweepers in the deck. We've yet to hit that that top end one from Karlov Manor. So, hey. Alright, so we are on the draw. Not on the draw. Are you kidding me? Yep. Alright, so we're gonna have to reboot. Alright. That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. I think we go Lunarch Veteran to begin with, and maybe pray that we draw into some black sources that isn't a Shattered Sanctum. Not gonna matter because we got cut down anyways. So, you know, it's one thing to play it's one thing to play net decks, but it's another thing to just play net decks from a bygone era. You know what I mean? And that was last week. So, you know, the game changes so much, and I'm here for it. I love it. I think it's truly just a great... do I... Yeah, here's what we do. We do this. Get rid of that. Find a swamp. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I always remember, you gotta do the tapped ones, because they're gonna find a way to... Oh, hey, yeah, there it is. Let's try this one. I don't think it's gonna work. We'll counter it. Yep. Okay. Okay. You're gonna take Amalia. No, you took the depopulate. Okay, cool. Do you have another deep cavern bat? Because that would totally suck. Alright, you got that instead. Hey, I got my Amalia. What fun are you? We're gonna do that again. Joking, right? There we go. Alright, Luminous Phantom, do your thing! Guessing that they've got... do I want to waste an Aganjo on a Deep Cavern Bat? I'm gonna say yes, because I want my depopulate back, Dagnabbit. You're gonna take out my Amalia, that's okay. Pay your 3 life. You're gonna lose another life. I gain a life. I get my depopulate back. Sunfall is always fun. Okay, wedding announcement, sure. No blocks. Let's do this, because he'll gain some life, he'll lose life, so on and so forth. Oh, and they can't do their virtue. No blocks. Oh, yep. No? Why gotta be like that, man?
This fight, but I'm going to end it.
Fine. Whatevs.
You
There
are
we
not
go.
much of a roadblock.
Delney is gonna be an interesting one. to say the least. Yeah, tap yourself out, please. Sure. That's fun. Okay.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, at least they're not gonna like that at all. So a Sunfall is... Sure, that's in the cards. So isn't... let's do... So isn't it depopulate? I get my Sunfall back. And my Pilgrim. So there. That's no fun. Sure. I'm gonna kill my Ilkor. Yep, I'm gonna do that. That's a thing. Take another one. You're gonna have to do something about both of those. The wedding announcement. Okay. They need to put down a... They need to put down one of their they need to start churning out tokens. Cause they'll do the wedding announcement, they'll do that. Although, no, that's well, that'll work for one. That'll work for one. They can't be blocked. Okay, so Amalia's a cool one. And they gotta block one. They block the Pilgrim. They're gonna have to block the Pilgrim. Because if they block the Delney... Yep. That was the smart play. Yep. Very smart play. Very smart play. So, yeah. They're gonna have to figure something out here. Did they find their answer? Not really. Oh, you son of a gun. Alright, well... That's no fun. Now, does this... It does! Okay, cool. We're just holding off on the Sunfall at this point. They've got some clues, so they can do the card advantage stuff. Raffine is fun. I don't know why you would do the Anchorage, but... Oh, yeah, well, sure. hey, that's fun. Alright. Well, what do they got? Sure. They may have just stabilized, because that is no fun. Okay. I'm going to say they have a Wandering Emperor, but we're going to try this. Oh, Tishana's Tidebinder. How fun are you? Okay. Man, this is an annoying deck now, isn't it? Yeah, this stays no matter what, because this is just an epic battle, and I love it! Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, untap. Do I get countered? Do I get countered? Really? Do you have a negate? That would just be absolutely brutal. Yeah, they're debating it. Yep, I will pay that. I'll pay both. Now, what do I get rid of? What is the most annoying thing that I can deal with? I think a Wandering Emperor, library, graveyard. Alright. Well, that is what it is. We're just gonna have to... Yeah. Just gonna have to figure out where to go from here. Alright, well, the anchorage... Okay, there's a Delney. Yeah, I think we're dead. Yeah, they were able to stabilize, and I was just... Yeah, that was just... I mean, you're playing up against net decks like this. You know, I understand. You know, I totally understand. So, with some of the new toys that we got, Case of the Uneaten Feast, Assemble the Players, I think, actually did come through for us, because it does... it did let us, you know, cast some stuff and give us some advantage. I don't think Soul Search fits in this deck. Neither do I think of the Case of the Gateway Express. I think we need to find some more alternatives for that. So, I really do think, though, that with these new toys, I think that, especially Delney, this is a very, I think, low-key good card. I mean, if you're playing weenie builds, white weenie is definitely something I'm going with this card. especially because a lot of things can't be blocked, especially in late game stuff. It's a great late game finisher. For a 3-drop 2/2, great late game finisher. So I like this deck. I think it does need some tweaks. Again, I think this and this don't quite fit. Maybe some more spot removal is better here. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a subscribe. As always, your Magic Miscreants, may you always be on the play. May all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.